Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael and this is Happy Ghost Reacts. Today we will be reacting to Season 2, Episode 1 of One Punch Man, labeled Return of the Hero. Last episode was the season finale of Season 1 of One Punch Man. We got to watch a very cool, amazingly done fight between Saitama and Lord Boros. The animation was incredible. The fight it was so badass, and I gotta say the highlight of the entire fight for me had to have been the fact that Saitama was flung to the moon and then jumped back down. Like I was saying at the end of my last episode in the post discussion, I wonder if in one of these episodes in season 2 there's going to be some sort of I suppose worldly event, because the moon has kind of been destroyed a little bit. I mean, maybe that's a stretch, maybe it won't necessarily impact this world, but given all the other shit that's thrown at the at this society that was created for this anime, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to have written in something about the moon on top of everything else, screwing with them. But yeah, we got to witness that really cool fight between the two of them. We learn along the way that, I mean, Saitama, if you watch it over, he really doesn't throw any punches, and when he does, it's very obvious, like turning of the tide of the battle. Like the moment that he punches Boros, he like lost his arm, and then I think the next time that he punched him was when he punched the little circle in his chest and it exploded, and then the next time he punched him, he did consecutive normal punches, which then blew him up. But then because he's an alien species with super regenerative powers, he's put himself back together. And then the final punch Saitama landed was his series punch. Series punch, I think is all it was called. That literally was a punch felt throughout the world, which I think is like one of my second favorite like key points in it. That whole fight, like animation, everything was just absolutely incredible. Like props to the people who did that. You made that episode an amazing one to watch. Then after that, we go back down to the ground. The S-class heroes have defeated the only remaining elite soldier, and then the ship comes crashing down after Saitama has killed Lord Boros, and they have that little final moment together where Lord Boros acknowledges that he knows now that he never even stood a chance. Saitama was just holding back, and if he really did try, it would have never been a fight to begin with. But in that episode, we also learned that Saitama, for once, I mean, he didn't kill him in one punch. He was excited because, like, for once he met somebody who could take more than, like, you know, one punch. Somebody who is an actual challenge for him. And then after the ship crashes, we see a My Mask, blue-haired guy that I kept forgetting his name, arrive on the scene and completely berate and like kind of attempt to destroy the morale of all the S-rank heroes because of how shitty of a job he says they did. But from our perspective and theirs, there literally was no possibility that they could have prevented it. I mean, that's just my opinion based on all the context we were given about the whole start of the invasion, then City A getting destroyed in a matter of seconds. That ship was too big for just one person to have taken care of anyways. Then he decides to take out his anger and frustration on the... I'm assuming that they tied themselves up to surrender, because they were like all chained up already. But a My Mask just went and murders all the rest of the remaining aliens on the ship, and says that he was just implementing swift justice. And then in that later scene, we see him walking away, and Genos like makes a comment about how he sees his previous self in him. And speaking of Genos, going over to something that I believe happened in the episode before that, in episode 11, Dominator of the Universe. What was his name? I have it written down here still. Drive Knight. Drive Knight gave a warning to Genos, saying that that Metal Knight was actually an enemy, not a friend. And then we really didn't touch on it too much. All he ended up doing was showing up after the aliens were taken care of and like salvaging the ship. And I assume that we're gonna see some of his alien technology in the future. But yeah, he disassembled the ship, and then they kind of, because everybody in City A is dead and there's no point necessarily rebuilding it to what it once was, they ended up kind of turning it into a centralized hub for the Hero Association. And they made all these cool highways and underground tunnels, presumably to help heroes arrive to all of the other, I believe there's only 25 other remaining cities now, because City A isn't a city anymore. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But then yeah, we saw that was rebuilt and is an impenetrable fortress, which is really cool to see. And that another minute detail that's also interesting is that all Class A and above heroes have the option to live at the Hero Association now. But yeah, then throughout all of that Genos narration at the end, then we jump into a scene after that with a dragon level threat, the god of the underworld, pig dude basically. And Genos and Saitama arrive on the scene. Genos saves a child from getting killed by just the guy walking, and then the amount of devastation it causes every step he takes. And then Saitama comes in and punches him in the face, and then we go full circle with him doing that same thing where he was like, it only took one punch, and then he did his like cry scream, and then that's how we concluded season 1. I loved how that came full circle. It was a very, very good ending. I don't think that they could have done a better one. But yeah, I'm excited to jump into season 2. I'm going to make my only assumption for season 2 based on something that they gave us at the end of season 1 in Silverfang's dojo, which I'm going to assume that we are going to meet his disciple that went mad / crazy and beat up all the other disciples. I think his name was Goru. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. But yeah, now that I think I've talked enough and kind of went over everything I wanted to talk about, let's jump into season 2 episode 1 of One Punch Man, Return of the Hero. But before we start, I would like to mention one last thing. I have not asked this before, like in this sense, so this is gonna be the first time I'm doing it. If you enjoy the video, please let me know by leaving a like. Also, if you want to stay up to date on all of my future uploads, please consider subscribing and then clicking that bell, and then you can get notified every time I upload. So yeah, let's jump into it now.
What the hell is that? My obsession with reptiles ended up turning me into one. Feast your eyes upon the great tongue stretcher.
The great tongue stretcher. Oh, there's King.
That hero's supposed to be the strongest man on Earth. He'll save us for sure.
Yeah, that's who. That's the title that should be given to Saitama. Yeah, no, he's literally Saitama. He's just striking fear into him, and he gives up.
It's okay.
May I shake your hand?
This is what Saitama wants.
Would you mind letting me through?
Oh, we're so sorry.
Yeah, this is what Saitama wants to have. He's literally what Saitama wants to be.
Heartbeat Hottie Sisters 2 limited edition.
He's just a normal person like the rest of us.
After you buy a game you've been waiting for.
Exactly.
I wonder what brings him to this part of town.
A video game.
Another monster.
Man, these cities have it rough. Oh boy.
Class S hero King. Prepare to be liquidated.
Liquidated. Oh, he looks badass. Come on, I want to see King in action.
What is that sound? You don't know about the King engine? It's the sound you hear
Yeah, his heartbeat, right?
So you've come to kill me, have you? Why is this happening to me? I'm scared. I'm scared, damn it! I'm not a strong hero. I'm just an unemployed 29-year-old otaku loser. The whole King Engine thing is just my heart pounding. I'm a coward, okay? Twice.
Oh, he's a
No,
fake?
time's over.
How'd he get into S rank as a fake?
Show up wherever I go. Then while I look the other way, someone else defeats them.
And he gets the credit?
Happening over and over. That's
Oh
all
no!
it is. Before I knew it, I was sent to Class S Hero Certificate, and they were calling me the strongest new hero. What a joke! It's my bad
Yo,
for
that's so
not getting
tragic.
I'm no hero.
That was not what I was expecting at all.
Here it comes. Think, there's gotta be a
That's
way out of
nuts.
this.
He's a phony?
There's no sorry.
That's so crazy. Oh, Genos and Saitama are fighting him.
Place. I'm safe.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. This music. God, Genos is a badass. And I just got the chills.
Is that
Woo!
okay, Genos? You need a hand or... No! You gave me a goal! To be one of the top 10 heroes in Class S!
Yes, he did. He did do that. Like mid-season last season.
Okay then. Try not to lose.
He's still just so casual.
I made it home, but holy crapola.
Holy crapola.
Just play my new game and forget about it.
He is just a normal person. That's so funny. I thought it was just supposed to be something like something that makes him look, made him, like brought him down to a human level. But no, he is just a human.
What should I use?
King seems fine to me.
No, not my
Saitama's in the house.
If they said, hey there, King, then people might find out. Wait,
King ain't having a good day.
so, yeah, but I'm 22 floors up.
Saitama's what you are
Hey, listen.
supposed to be.
But it turned out to be a stupid romance game.
Oh,
It
whatever.
says Heartbeat Hottie Sisters right on it.
Own that shit. You waited 3 years for that sequel. Oh, now we jump right back into the serious shit. Oh, yeah.
Incinerate!
Come on, Genos.
Your components are molten slag now. No, its true form. Watch it!
Uh-oh. They're just playing games, and Genos is, like, on the verge of death.
Super strong in real life.
This is such a funny, like frame right here.
Just go home.
So anyway,
The recognized strongest man and the real strongest man.
maybe you're so strong and have fought so many that you just don't feel like it anymore. Come on.
Just come on, take the out. Take the out. He gave you an out. Just say yes. Oh my god.
Another one, huh?
Dude, this society has it rough. Oh! Right into his house. King's having it rough.
That's gotta suck.
That's gotta suck. Yeah.
I mean, this thing came to your house. You kinda have to fight it.
That's so casual.
Universe, give me a break. Again. And again. And again.
So he was actually there in that first episode. He's the one who got credit. Oh my god. That's nuts.
Someone else beats me.
Yo, full circle stuff again.
Myself passing by, then boom. People think I was the one who saved the day.
That's nuts. God, every time it jumps back to Genos, the music is amazing.
Curse you.
Woo!
You seem to be targeting King, but I know a man who happens to be even stronger.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
You are gonna fight this thing, right?
You've got it wrong. The King of Public
I'm
adores
so
it.
sorry, King. Saitama's about to handle this shit.
Wait, really? Your reputation and record as a hero is just a bunch of lies? So when you wet your pants after the bird appeared, that was for real?
How's he still standing there?
Oh, that's how he got the scar.
Who are you?
Me?
This is Saitama before he became.
Someone trying to be a hero for fun.
This is Saitama before he lost his hair.
Nah, it's not as bad as it looks.
This is before he did his training.
Takes the sting off.
He is the one who got all the credit for it. That's why he's this.
It's...
That's so nuts. I mean, at least they only showed 2 times that he stole credit on accident.
What's the matter?
I'm so sorry!
Oh.
Oh, King.
Is it fun for
I
you or
feel
something?
bad for you.
You're everyone's hero now, understand?
No, I'm just a nobody.
How that came to be doesn't matter.
You are a
At least
symbol.
You're the strongest hero there is.
So you gotta
So tell me,
put on that
Are you gonna keep lying
persona
about it?
now.
Or quit being a hero?
Yeah.
Can't find the courage
Ultimatum.
to decide.
Well, I mean, why don't you just get strong?
Huh?
I'm heading out.
He's got a workout routine if you need it.
But speaking of cyborgs, have you been able to find any clues concerning the one that destroyed your hometown? It seems lately you've been more focused on being a hero.
I guess that's true.
No matter what, I will find him and tear him apart with my own hands.
That is such a
Whatever
cool
it
ass
takes,
shot right
I
there.
swear it.
Genos looks so
He has
badass,
become
even
a
though he's half
hero and
destroyed there.
fundamental.
Let me begin by thanking all of you, the members of the criminal underworld, for answering our call to be here today.
Hold it.
Huh?
Where's
Sonic.
the hero called Saitama? Doesn't he live in this building with the other heroes?
And who might you be?
Speed of sound
Please
Sonic.
save unrelated topics.
Growing punched man.
Prices of tiger level threats and above are increasing in frequency. This month, levels are 6 times the average of the past 3 years. This could indicate the Earth Doom prophecy of the great seer Shibabawa is soon approaching. Or
So
perhaps that it
his-
has already begun. If this
So they're
rate
saying that
continues, our heroes will
Lord
become
Boros
exhausted
fight
and
was not
overwhelmed.
actual
The
prophecy.
prophecy says an unprecedented disaster will befall the Earth within 6 months. Heroes for such terrorizations, but there are simply too many of these instances to handle them all. It's clear that this situation will only escalate, and we fight to protect all of humanity. Despite your character issues, we ask the able among you to assist us in our efforts. So that's why you called us here? You can count me out.
Why that? I didn't hand those out yet. How did he?
If I had to sit
'Cause
around
he
and
is
play hero
fast.
with you do-gooders, I'd puke my guts out for sure. Decided to slip into Hero HQ, but that doesn't help when all I know is his name, face, and that he's Class B, rank 33.
This guy, for real?
I don't believe it.
It's true. Don't let that goofy profile picture fool you. His
Oh, yeah,
scores were
she
the
was,
highest ever recorded on the
We
physical
saw her last
test.
season.
This blizzard.
Oh.
Despite no further notable reports of
The top of
achievements
his
in the
class.
field, he rose from Class C to Class B, and so soon after his debut. There's something about this man.
He has to be hiding something. A secret to his strength.
Oh, she's gonna go to his house?
First thing we'll need to do is locate him.
Right.
I'll make sure I find him, and then he'll regret making
I
a
feel like
fool
next
of Speed of
episodes.
Sonic.
I feel like next episode those two are gonna run into each other.
They're coming
Yeah,
for
her
you,
and Sonic.
Saitama.
You're a dead man.
Oh boy.
You wait.
They're playing video games. Yep. Uh-oh.
The controller broke.
What?
Well, that was not what I expected out of the episode, let alone the start of season 2. I mean, I liked it though. It was like this perfect balance of very actiony and character development. Because, I mean, I'd say a good chunk of the episode is seeing Genos fight against that demon, as he assessed it, level threat of a robot, which was incredible. Animation was great. Same music track that they do every time badass shit's happening. Love it. He was doing that, and then we learned that King King is a phony. he is a completely ordinary person. We learned how he got his scar, which happened to be the first time him and Saitama met, and this was probably shortly after the events of episode 1. At least the beginning of episode 1, when he had his hair. We got to see that. I mean, all these things that he did at the start were like, oh, we never got credit for, and then we learned that it ended up being King. King was there in probably multiple scenes of episode 1 that we didn't realize, or, well, like I said, shortly after the crab in the first episode. He most definitely was there for the I jokingly called him Piccolo, Purple Piccolo, but he is Vaccine Man. He's the one who got credit for it. I mean, he even got credit, I'm assuming, for the one that gave him the scar on his face, and where it was revealed that it was Saitama who saved him. It's a very interesting thing that King ended up getting the title of Strongest Man because of Saitama. That is the ultimate twist that I was not expecting. I was hoping that King was actually going to be something of a force to be reckoned with when we started seeing him. Like, I thought they were trying to like bring him down to a kind of like a human level, if that makes sense, because all the other S-class heroes are kind of full of themselves, and fair enough. I mean, if you're that strong, I mean, I could see that getting to your head. But him, like, he went shopping to go and buy a romance video game. Cause he was excited for it, and he went back to an ordinary apartment, living an ordinary life. But all the danger keeps coming onto his doorstep, and somebody else ends up taking care of it for him. But he gets the credit. It's this like never-ending torture for him of shitty things happening, but positive things happening for him at the same time, and he's in this constant battle with himself. But he confided in Saitama, telling him the truth, and Saitama kind of befriended him after that. And we got to see that kind of play out throughout the episode. I mean, I know at the end just now they were playing games, and he broke the controller because he was not playing fair. But yeah, I mean, and then the other thing that I wanted to bring up was that Genos took that technology, kind of similar to what Metal Knight did with the technology from the alien ship, back to the place that he can get upgraded with his scientist that's helping him, and kind of got like a pep talk about how I swear he's probably going back there injured like every other week, needing repairs, and I don't doubt that's why he's concerned about his safety. But I can also see why he's upset or concerned that he's not focused, or at least doesn't seem like he's focused on the mission about finding the cyborg that murdered his town and family. I don't doubt that he will ever forget that, but I think he's more hard stuck on learning from Saitama while he can, and being as fully prepared as he can before confronting this threat. That's how I look at it. But yeah, I mean, that was a good start to the first episode of the second season. Like I said, that was a twist, and it was a very good balance of both character development and action, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I think that's all I want to say. So I just want to say thank you all so much for joining me on the first season of One Punch Man, and I hope you guys stick around through my journey on the second season. So yeah, until next time with Season 2, Episode 2 of One Punch Man, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and peace.